Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. So, bit of an update. You know how I like to do my guessing games, this is one of these times. Every single month we get an event dropping at pretty much the exact same time. If you go back through and look at the history on my channel, you can look at all of the event characters. They all had a trial. The day that the trial video was released was the day the event started, and all of the characters come out at pretty much the exact same point throughout the month. So that means that we are going to be due an event in around about 8 days time, right? So either tomorrow or the day after, I'm expecting a countdown to drop in the game. Who's it going to be though? That is the big, I was going to say $1 million question, but don't really think people are that invested in Street Fighter, they're paying that amount of money. Anyway, who's it going to be? So, if we go ahead and we look at the special summons that we have currently, right? You can see that this along the bottom is pretty much the order of release, right? We got Akuma, putting aside any collabs, right? We got Akuma, then we got Ryu, then we got Goken, then we got our first ever special factional limited summon, then we got Oni, then we got another factional limited summon. I'm going out on a limb here, but I do not expect us to yet get Thunder, right? I don't think we will be getting a Thunder special summon this month. I mean, we could, right? But I don't think we're going to. If we do, honestly, who it's going to be, I'm really up in the air with it, right? Because there's not that many choices, to be honest, and I don't think it's going to be Yakuza Ken or Yakuza Guy. Other than them, I'm starting to really be like, well, who would they actually make the Thunder special summon if they were actually going to do that this month? I mean, looking at the units, there's only really one that stands out to me as who they're possibly going to do it with, but again, I don't really know if he's going to be hype enough for people to summon for, although I did think that about Elena and it didn't make a difference. It's military or suit Abel, right? It's like Abel, he's dressed up in a kind of German military type green outfit, I suppose is the best way to call it. Other than him, you've got Yakuza Guy and Yakuza Ken. I mean, they could drop them. If they do drop them, I think they'll make a sort of an event of it, the same way that they did with Vega and Kami. As in, they'll also bring out a factional unit that's the same trait. So, if they made Yakuza Ken, for example, the special summon, then I think Yakuza Guy would be the factional unit. I just don't think they're going to do that back to back. I really don't. So we'll see, but honestly, if they do drop a factional special summon, I've got a feeling it'll be Abel. Don't ask me why I've got a feeling it'll be Abel, I just think it will be Abel. But that is not what I expect to actually be the special summon unit we're going to get this month, because there is a bit of a trend that we can see here. Now you might not see it, but I can see it, and it is what I think we're going to probably get. I think we're going to get an Inferno unit, straight up, no questions asked. It's going to be an Inferno special summon, and it's probably going to be SETH. I think we are going to get SETH as the special summon unit this month. Why do I think this? Why not Balrog, etc.? Well, it was established mainly by Dino, to be honest, but it's held up. It is the actual way it seems to be. Because of this guy, he's basically meant that the standard versions of Vega, Sagat, and eventually when he comes, Balrog, are going to be Master or Inferno non-special summon units, right? Now, they, for some reason, I do not know why, are absolutely holding out on on Balrog. I genuinely, for the life of me, I cannot understand why it is the case, right? But because of this kind of rule that they've made, he won't be a special summon, so he puts him out the window. Now, that really only leaves at that point the kind of variant units that we've got, apart from SETH, right? Now, when it comes to variant units, it very much seems so far that any trendy or fashion units are not going to be special summons. Now, I don't know if that's a hard and fast rule, it just seems to be that way so far. It looks like they're probably going to stay divination, right? So characters like trendy or fashion, Guile and all that kind of stuff, it looks like they are not going to go into the special summon. Now, that means you can probably whittle it down to the next few characters. What order they release in is maybe a little bit up in the air. I mean, you've got Crimson Viper, who could go in. You've got SETH, who could go in, but SETH could also be a standard unit, but I think SETH will be a limited unit. You've got World Champion Balrog, I think it is. Now, the one thing I'm wondering is, would they release World Champion Balrog before releasing Standard Balrog? Now, part of me wants to say no, but honestly, with this game, I totally wouldn't be surprised if they actually did do that. So I don't want to completely discount Balrog, as in the variant of Balrog, because he could drop, right? Standard Balrog won't drop as a special summon, but the variant could, which to me would be insane, but not necessarily unprecedented. So maybe, but my money, my bet, my pick, I think we are going to get the countdown either dropping tomorrow or the day after. That, lock it in, take it to the bank. 100% think that's what's going to happen. With regards to the unit we're going to get, I don't think they're going to do back-to-back factional summons. I just don't see it. I really don't. I think we're either going to get SETH, or now I'm slightly tempted to say Crimson Viper. It could be Crimson Viper. I think those are the two top picks who we're probably going to get. If not, they might just surprise us and drop the Turtles collab. Who knows, right? Don't know. I honestly don't know. If we don't get a countdown at all, I wouldn't be shocked if in a week's time they just randomly drop the Turtles collab without telling us, right? But if the countdown drops tomorrow or the day after, they need to pick a unit. I've got a feeling the only units that make sense right about now is going to be SETH or Crimson Viper. I like to put my predictions out into the world, because then I can do the whole, hey, I'm psychic thing. Plus that, and I've not put out a video for Street Fighter for a couple of days. Didn't want you guys to think that I've abandoned ship or anything. I've not. Just not had any ideas of what to make, to be honest. Don't want to put out tier lists and stuff. Like, what's changed in the tier list? Sagat's terrible. That's about it. But let me know what you think. Do you think they would do that? Do you think they would make SETH a limited summon? I do. They've done it with Akuma. They've done it with Gouken. It just makes sense to me that they would do it with SETH. They don't have these special summons in other versions, so you can't really just look at them and glean what they did. So to me, the most logical choices is going to be SETH, Crimson Viper. I do think eventually World Champion Balrog will be a special summon, but will it be before his standard version? Seems unlikely. It does seem unlikely, but hey, who knows with this game. Anyway, Hayzink checking in, saying hello. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, see you later, bye.